ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime News. Each week we'll bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. Now the news. It's no secret, news regarding GDC 2015 has been slowed to a trickle in recent months, with many areas of the community falling back on pointlessly speculating about the possible announcement of Half-Life 3 or whatever. Something we hope to at least stem a little bit in last week's episode. Well, a pretty big bombshell was dropped in the first half of this week, revealing Valve's GDC 2015 presence next week will largely focus on Steam machines, the final design of the Steam controller, and their previously unannounced SteamVR hardware system. Given Chet Falazek's talk at EGX Rezzed takes place a mere week later, it's safe to assume the closely guarded secret he will be discussing is also related to SteamVR, given his interest in the project in recent years as shown by our spot-on prediction from our December 22nd, 2014 Roundup episode. While Chet's previous involvement with series such as Half-Life, Portal, and Left 4 Dead is enough to let the community's imagination run away with it, it's more likely Chet will discuss the iterative development of hardware such as the Steam controller, machines, or VR, and especially how Valve's flat management structure has allowed him to attend numerous hardware events over the past year or so. We feel this clip perfectly sums up the situation thus far, including the community's overactive imagination, the reveal of SteamVR, and Chet's recent focus on hardware as shown here. Now, we've previously spoken about how Valve were looking to incorporate biometric feedback sensors into virtual reality prototypes, but it's not clear at this stage whether such plans have survived this long. As the 13th anniversary of Valve's first public announcement of Steam at GDC 2002, Valve will offer developers the chance to demo their hardware tech and to see what it brings to the table. These demonstrations will require an appointment, however, so be sure to head over to the Steam Universe website to put your name down if you're going to be attending. The press release revealing SteamVR also included various new Steam statistics, including the reveal that the platform now boasts over 125 million active accounts, over 4,500 games, and 400 million pieces of user-created content via the Steam Workshop and Steam community. While there's little more to say at this point, we'll be sure to bring you all the latest news next week when we get our first real look at SteamVR and the final Steam controller design. It's not currently clear if all of Valve's presence at GDC will be entirely focused on the Steam universe, since Source 2 may pop up in one or more of the various talks, but we still think it's exceptionally unlikely we'll hear any kind of game announcement, just as we warned last week. So as usual with anything pertaining to Valve, be careful who you listen to and how excited or hyped you're prepared to get. You'll likely end up disappointing yourself. Just be careful where you get your news. While GDC 2015 was the only main talking point this past week, there were still plenty of patches and updates for Valve's trio of currently supported titles, with most of them focused on Dota 2 and the ongoing year-beast Brawl. A total of 3 updates released across February 18th, 19th, and 20th continued to rebalance the mode with new additions and balance tweaks. These include 2 new abilities: Tower Flat Cannon, which causes every enemy unit near a tower to be hit with an Eye of Scotty shot every time it fires, and Glyph, which provides an extra 5 seconds of invulnerability for towers independent of the normal Glyph cooldown. These new additions and all of the older abilities may also now be used even if the team's Year Beast isn't alive, something which quickly prompted each of the global active abilities to be changed so they now scale based on the in-game timer, getting progressively more powerful as the match continues. Native support for high DPI displays, aka 4K resolution, has also been added, but only for systems running Windows 8.1. This means larger mouse cursor sizes can now be selected for those lucky or well off enough to already be using a 4K monitor or television. Most interestingly, however, was the addition of the first new Bloom treasure to the Dota 2 store. The Treasure of the Ram's Renewal features a total of 7 item sets and a rare courier. While Dota 2 players could get their hands on some new loot or enjoy some game mode changes, Team Fortress 2 and Counter-Strike Global Offensive players weren't quite so lucky, instead having to settle for much more minor and generally less fun updates. Team Fortress 2's weekly update added some new tournament medals, a no-helmet style for the Binding of Isaac Brimstone item, a bunch of bug fixes, and 2 minor changes to the Mannpower game mode, including the addition of a 0.2 second delay between releasing and firing the grappling hook, hopefully preventing it from being spammed to the point of overkill. The CSGO update was even less exciting, fixing only a few weird issues with seizing Cobblestone and Cache, while also replacing the Just Trolling sticker following the discovery that the design was stolen from a DeviantArt artist. While previously stolen workshop items have been replaced with rare, unobtainable contraband versions, the same was not true for this most recent case, as most of the CSGO Reddit community was aware of the issue pretty much as soon as the sticker was released, alongside those music kits we told you about last week, as shown here. Along with all of the Dota 2 and TF2 updates we mentioned earlier, we recommend checking out the patch changelogs for yourself for all the details. And it looks like that'll do it for this week in news. If you'd like to stay up to date in the future, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch TV, and to go ahead and sign up on the ValveTime.net community forums. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.